You're locked into Hits 92.3. The views, stories, and opinions shared on this program belong solely to the hosts and their guests. They do not represent the views of Hits 92.3 Radio, management, staff, partners, advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. And if you don't know what any of that means, listener discretion is advised. Now sit back, turn up your volumes, and enjoy the content from one of the greatest, dopest radio personalities to ever touch this microphone in 3, 2, 1.
Well, hello there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing out there? This is your girl, Sunshine Reigns, a.k.a. Griselda Blanca, a.k.a. Uni the Motivator, a.k.a. the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your hood unicorn. I'm here to wake you up with positivity, motivation, current events, and a ton of laughter. All right? So we're going to go ahead and get this show started. And you already know I got a ton of great stories to bring you. First of all, we're going to talk about a Missouri bill that would lower minimum wage for minors. Missouri lawmakers are debating on a bill that would create a separate minimum wage specifically for workers under the age of 18. And so, oh, wait a minute. None of that. I'm sorry. That wasn't, I was about to start telling y'all the story. No, I was supposed to be giving y'all my teaser, but it's not on there, right? So whatever. Anyways, yeah, look, we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about a state that is deciding whether or not they want to legalize prostitution. And don't stop, get it, let me see that doo-doo brown. I want to rock in Congress. That's right. Uncle Luke has decided he wants to rock in Congress, and he is taking his run. So we're going to talk about that as well as a couple of other stories that are extremely political. Like, this is the political day for some reason. I got everything we needed to know about politics is getting out today. All right. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You already know we are a radio show. This is not a podcast. And so therefore we have commercials, we advertise people, and we play music. So am I advertising you? Am I playing your music? If not, hit up allhustlenofear.com, and this could be you up next. Here we go. Is it not playing?
Ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her.
Fool out and said I made it. Looking like I took my whole wave, then the babe. It's your favorite rapper in here that my son helped me raise him. I'm just playing army flow, I'm going back to basic. Keep that rapper shit, I just wanna see you shake it. I don't never go nowhere, these people out you crazy. But I'm here tonight, I guess you my special occasion. She said, boy, I'm cuffed up, my nigga, he don't play it. I said, fuck the pig, if you bringin' on the bacon. I ain't here to scare you, baby, no, my name ain't Jason. I just like to talk some shit, I'm not the one for dating. But promise me that we can keep it secret like the Masons. Bedroom pool, ain't nobody gotta say shit. I'm a paying customer, and this ain't even day shit. She said, damn, I shouldn't, but it's the way you say shit. I said, that's the cater, and me, east side of the A shit. Man, I told her,
ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her.
Drika, Keisha, the Tiffany. Girl, you trouble, and I need y'all on it here for me. I need the inspiration, bless the visual. She asked what she get, I said I suck your soul. She said I felt it spiritually. Drop out the low, drop it some more. birthday, and I got me some wishes. Shake it like it's you in the mirror and nobody's business. I need to know that your body, when you hear this twerk, like you heard Cash Money taking over for the 2000s. I told that bitch,
ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her ass, ain't no wrong with shaking her. Take it back. I seen Rose around the way, think she had the word. Try to make another play, free 96. Boy, that shit used to hit, and if I ride it back, I do it just like that, like.
can I come back over there, baby? Can I come over there? Cause you got what I want over there, baby. Rose, you work at Follies now? So you move just like that. That's still talented. Ooh, bless your heart. That be like, I like, he be like, ooh. I did it again, I flipped it again. I'm feeling froggy, here's a ribbit again. Another heater from the gifted again. I throw you chips, you got it, dip it again, and dip it again, and dip it again. Told your friend, girl, to bend it again. She got you looking, but I flicked it again. I'm just playing, I'm about to twist it again. My holler though, that don't mean not. When I tried to put her on team, she see I'm the shit, no pink. I got these green guys, won't you swing my way too high to be talking like this. Part of my August rush, but I'm down to fuck you dope with yours, but I line you up. No armor, all I spit, shine you up. My play tour, I wind you up. She cut me up like I got a son. I'm like, cool, I got a little league team. If he can play ball, I sign him up, and I'm lying like fuck. But she said, great, that shit time up, and you could take me home, and you could tie me up, you know, buy me up. Ooh, she like that shit that white folks do. But since I'm light pole, boo, I'm gonna take you on that offer. I'm gonna try yo cool. I'ma say grace. I'ma grab my plate. God said obey. Now sit in my face. Yeah.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your post-operative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nursetobeauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
Can we link up tonight? Drink some rock and Sprite tonight. My pussy is super tight. Couple years without taking pipe. I am squirting back to back. I made a mess over the floor. Moaning out loud, the neighbors banging on my door. But the pounding ain't gon' get it. You gotta put your tongue all up in it. Give me a better feeling, shy fucking your brain. You know you like it. Stop holding back, baby boy, don't try to fight it. Got a little insane, orgasm riot. I'm an Aries, baby daddy, you a Pisces. I'd rather make love than get a quickie. Love it when you're on top, go slow in me. And when we make love, it's a hell of a drug. I'm addicted to you like I'm a coke fiend now. Put it in your face, know you like the way it tastes. The way I scream your name in your ear, I wanna sing. Ooh, right there, don't stop, daddy. Feeling so good, riding you like a caddy. Beat it up like a porn star actor. Slurp choke me up on your back. I do the scratches on top of cars, up in these bushes, on these staircases. No fucks where we do it. Don't tell nobody what we do. I won't tell nobody what we do. Keep this between me and you. All of this between me and you. Let me fuck on you. LMF for you.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the road. Middle finger stretched, if you're thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
All right, we're back. Let me see if I can get it. Trying to test out. Oh, that's loud. Hold on. I'm trying to test out and see if this background music. Y'all let me know. Is the background music loud or not? Can you hear it? I think y'all can hear it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to get it back for King. King said he wanted background music, and where was it? So I'm trying to make sure I got it back in there. I was working on it. I think I got it back, but y'all will let me know if it's not loud enough. I'll figure it out. Anyways, hey, how y'all doing? I've already done all my introductions. Y'all know we about to get this show started, but I've got to download. I've got to download, and you know, one thing about me is I'm always going to be very true and very obedient to when something is telling me that I need to speak. So first, let me say this. We have reached 3,000 followers. Okay. Over the last month, we've gotten like 200 and something new followers and took us over the 3,000 mark. So yay, All Hustle, No Fear. So happy for us. Yes, thank you for the applause. I appreciate that. And so for all of those new people that are here, we welcome you. Thank you for coming in. You are either a part of the congregation or you one of my co-Ds. Like seriously, that's the juxtaposition between this show. Either you with the shits or you here because you know we got something good to give you. You know what I mean? Either way, you're going to get whatever it is that you need right here on All Hustle, No Fear. Okay. So we appreciate you being here. And that just goes in with the whole goal for this year. We're going to get 500 live viewers. I'm going to see 500 on my account, and it's going to be you guys that help me do this. Okay. So let's make this happen. So for the download, last night while I was on the truck, y'all know I work on a pizza truck. Last night while I was on the truck, this young man comes up and he's talking to me or whatever. And just the things that he's saying or the way that he's talking to me, it's at like he's putting not just words, but he's putting feelings on me. You know what I mean? And it's feelings that I'm not having. And eventually I said to him, I said, you're projecting. I was like, you're really projecting your emotional state on me. Like, you're like, oh, now she's mad at me. I'm not mad. Where did you get the indication, or what emotion did I show you that was anger? I was like, either you're projecting something that you're actually feeling, or you don't read emotions very well. And I was like, and I don't think it's the latter. So, you know, maybe look into that, because he had told me like 3 different times how I felt and towards him. And all 3 of the emotions were not only incorrect, but they were all negative. And my brain was just really like firing off like, yo, something's wrong here. Okay. So anyway, he didn't order food. They said they were going to come back and order towards the end of the night, but him and the group that he was with walked off, and I could hear them kind of talking amongst each other and him saying things like, man, I done pissed her off and stuff like that. And I had to stop him again because I was going to my car to go stay warm. I was going to my car to stay warm. I had to explain to him. I said, hey, no, you didn't piss me off. And again, you are projecting your feelings onto me. He came back a few minutes later and apologized and then let me know that he was having a bad day that day. And I was absolutely right that, I was pushing an emotion on to someone else, that he was pushing an emotion onto someone else that he was actually feeling. This is where the download comes in. This is my aha moment. This is where I'm just really like, yo, the lesson is in the situation, right? The case is in the point. I think a lot of times we are walking around in our own mess. We are walking around in our own fog. We are walking around with our own insecurities and our own issues and whatever else is going on in here and in here. And what it does is it affects here. This is your throat chakra. And a lot of times you are saying things or you are projecting things that actually you need to go and examine what's going on, because something internally is actually what's wrong with you. And instead of you expressing it, instead of you dealing with it, or instead of you actually like internalizing it and facing it, you are pushing it onto other people. You're making it other people so that you don't feel so, like that whole misery loves company thing, so that you don't feel so alone. Like, it can't be me. It can't, I'm not mad. No, she's mad at me. I done made her mad at me. Well, no, actually, don't put that anger on me, because I don't accept that. Like, that was not my emotion. Because just think, he was trying to tell me that something very minuscule that he said that didn't even register in my world, because he's not a main character. He was an NPC for me. That something that he did affected me that much that I projected that energy back to him. And I had to correct that, because no, you did not, nothing in this interaction had that much power over me. I think you need to figure out what's going on with you. So again, when he came back to apologize or whatever, I made sure to tell him, hey, look, happiness is a choice. Like, yeah, you might be having a bad day. Something might have happened. Something is, going on with you. But from this moment, for the rest of your evening into tomorrow, you can either choose to dwell on it and to continue to project that energy, or you can deal with it and choose to let it go and to be happy, because you're carrying around something right now that, can you fix it? Can you change it? Like what is it? And he was like, yeah, I feel what you're saying. And sometimes you just have to don't allow a person to put onto you something that is not yours to carry. If it is not your burden, do not accept that pain. Do not accept that weight. Do not accept that guilt, whatever it is. You know what I mean? There are a lot of times where people don't understand what they are going through and they can't articulate themselves. So it's a lot easier for them to just be like, oh, the whole world feels like I feel. No, babe, that's you. No one else is feeling that. No one else is going through that. I did not jump from 0 to 10 the way you just explained that. Because in his story, she got mad and she was rude. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. That was your throat chakra. That was that was you not being able to see whatever is going on as it is instead of how you feel. I don't know who this message is for. And I always say that, and I say it with love. And the reason why I say that with love is because sometimes you don't get a message that you need even when you hear it. And so if the message is given in love, it's received a lot differently than sometimes if a message is given in criticism, if a message is given in judgment, if a message is given in authoritarianism, authoritativism. Anyways, you the same you have to receive the message that is given to you, okay? And so just hopefully whoever needed that message got it, okay? I see that I am out of focus. Come on, jump back in here and focus on me. Can I get you to focus without me getting up? Because this is some good video and I want this to fix. Hold on, y'all just gonna have to bear with me. I don't have anybody else working in here with me. See? Ow. Y'all have no idea how good at this shit I really am. Look at that. Y'all have no idea how I look. That girl's clean. Yes. Okay. Anyways, if you needed that message, if it was for you, I hope you got your message. If you did not get the message, or if it wasn't for you, pass it on. Show this to somebody else. You never know. That message was for somebody. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this started. We've got a great story for you. I don't know how I feel about this. I need y'all in the comment section telling me how y'all feel. No, that's a lie. I think I do know how I feel about this. Here we go. A Missouri bill with lower minimum wage for minors, and then no one else, just minors. Missouri lawmakers are debating on a bill that would create a separate minimum wage specifically for workers under the age of 18. Missouri's minimum wage is on track to reach $15 per hour in 2026. But this proposal would allow employers to pay minors $12.30 per hour instead, creating a lower wage tier based entirely on age. So, age discrimination. Supporters of the bill say the goal is to help small businesses deal with rising labor costs and encourage them to hire more teenagers. The argument is that teen jobs often require more supervision and training, so a lower wage would make it easier for businesses to bring young workers on. Critics say this creates an age-based wage discrimination that ignores the reality that many teenagers help support their households with their paychecks. And I'm going to be real with y'all for a second. It does not escape me that we constantly hear politicians warning that immigrants are coming to take your jobs, while at the same time, lawmakers are trying to lower the pay for the people who already live here. At the end of the day, this is still about lowering wages. The idea that just because someone is under 18, they should automatically be paid less is doing the exact same job does not sit right with me. So you're telling me that if we both are cashiers at Chick-fil-A, the same entry-level position, the same responsibilities, I make $15 an hour because I'm over 18, and you make $12.30 because you're under 18. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense for the 19-year-old and the 17-year-old, or the 19-year-old and the 18-year-old. Or better yet, please let me know that the day that I turn 18, right, my pay increases. Better yet, how is this bill not opening up a can of what's good for the goose should be good for the gander? So if I am too young to make minimum wage, can you be too old to continue to make minimum wage? Because right now everything that we're making and we're paying into Social Security is for people who are retiring, right? So you shouldn't be able to receive a Social Security check and then go get a supplemental job and still make minimum wage. What if that's my argument? That argument sounds just as stupid, right? This argument sounds just the same way. It doesn't make sense that you're saying that a person is still doing the same amount of labor and should receive a different amount of pay. That's what the problem is with women and men and the pay gap. We're doing the exact same job. That is two words that I was trying to put together. Exact same. That's a word now. We were doing the exam jobs. Oh, if Cam Newton can make up a word, woo! Sunshine can make up a word, especially if it makes sense. If we are doing the clip that. If we are doing the exam job, we should get the exam pay. Am I not right? My age, my gender should not change the amount of pay that I get for a job. The only thing that should be a negating factor on whether or not you make more money than another person should be education, skill set, education and skill set and time on job should all fall in the same thing. So I'm not going to say time on job. But education and skill set should definitely get you more pay. If I went back and I got more letters behind my name or I got more certificate, what is the problem with my tongue and my mouth and my words today? If I've got more certifications, clip that. If I've got more certifications, then yes, I should get paid more. But me being 17 and you being 18 should not change how much I get paid for the same job. And while we're at it, y'all talking about sometimes they need more training. You don't train people. Y'all don't train people. Y'all just throw them on the job and make them figure it out. And if they don't, y'all yell at them and write them up. Don't lie. Don't lie. I don't like this bill. I don't like this. I think you guys in Missouri, y'all need to make sure you contact your lawmakers. This is just another way to add this is no. I don't like this one. This don't sit right with me. And then we got to stop pretending that teen jobs are like just for extra spending money. Because see, that's a basis of this too. It's like, oh, they don't really need that much money anyway. It's not like they're teens, they're kids. They don't need this money. Baby, have you seen how much car insurance is? Have you seen how much car insurance is? Matter of fact, y'all not promoting condoms. Do you know how many of these kids have children and diapers and Similac ain't cheap? You know what I mean? Like the amount of pedophilia that is going on right now and y'all treating these kids like they supposed to be adults anyway. Why you can't pay them like adults? I don't like this. Everything about this sounds bad. Okay, there are plenty of teenagers who income help pay the groceries, help pay bills, help support their households. Is this ideal? No, but it's the reality of a lot of families right now. At the same time, we're seeing conversations about rolling back protections on where minors can work, how many hours they can work, and what kinds of environments they can work in. So when you combine all of that and then add legislation that allows companies to pay them less under the idea that it's better for business, this is where I personally have a problem. I don't give a damn about your business. It's about the people. The people are first. Anytime the argument becomes it's better for the company, you have already lost me. You've already lost me. It doesn't feel like an opportunity. This feels completely unfair. And if you live in Missouri, I hope that you contact your representatives and you let them know we're not standing for this. This is not going to go. It's not going to go. Nope. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But shout out to Missouri for having a higher minimum wage than the federal minimum wage. The federal minimum wage is still at $7.50 freaking cents, yo. You can't eat. Do you know how much a candy bar is? A candy bar is $3. So for 1 hour of your time, you can't even buy two because you don't have enough for the tax. The money that you got to give back to the government because they didn't give you enough money to be able to afford the shit that you need to buy in the first place. This is so stupid. The timeline that you have us on right now is so irritating. So, you think Missouri tripping, trying to pay the teens a little bit less? Well, then you go over to Florida. Florida says, wait a minute. I want to play this game with you too. Florida lawmakers are advancing a bill that would allow some workers to be paid less than minimum wage. Specifically, interns, work-study participants, and people in pre-apprenticeship programs. Explain to me what the F a pre-apprenticeship is, because I could have sworn an apprenticeship is pre-job. So what is apprenticeship? Ain't that school? Ain't that school? Clip that. What is that? And why would you allow your kid to sign up for that? Because none of that sounds intelligente. Right now, Florida's minimum wage is $14 an hour and is scheduled to keep increasing. But under this proposed bill, certain workers could voluntarily agree to be paid less. Who is going? Who is going to say, yeah, I take less for the company? Let me take less for the company. Certain workers could voluntarily agree to be paid less as long as they still earn the federal minimum wage of $7.58 per hour. Workers would have to sign a waiver agreeing to earn less than state minimum wage. And if the worker is under 18, a parent or guardian would have to sign as well. And wouldn't. And I would not sign a paper like that for my child to get paid less than minimum wage doing the same job as the person next to him. I damn sure wouldn't. These programs could last up to 250 days. Oh, that makes it better because it's not a whole year. It's just 9 months. Just for the next 9 months, we ain't gonna pay you. Sounds like indentured servitude, I swear to God. And the bill has already passed 2 House committees. Supporters say the goal is to create more work-based learning opportunities and to help people gain experience that leads to higher paying jobs later. This is the problem with that. The people that are supposed to retire so that the people who are in the entry level can move up to management, and the people that are in management can move up to upper management. Yeah, they're not leaving. They're not going anywhere. So the chain that you are talking about is there's no movement there. So I'm not waiting 15 years for an entry level fucking position. Like, I don't think this isn't. Do people still be candy stripers? Because I'm not doing that job for free in this economy. I understand volunteering because you wanted to be a candy striper, because you want to be a nurse or you want to be a doctor, but no, I'm not doing that. It's a lot. Give me a job. Please tell me a job where being an apprentice or explain to me what the F of a pre-apprentice is, where this is more valuable than getting money right now. And it's more valuable, please, because, okay, I'm a nail tech. Well, I'm a cosmetologist by trade, right? So in my field, as an apprentice, you would tend to be like a shampoo girl or something like that, right? And you might do just like, because I was an apprentice, right? And I worked underneath Tellis, and he would style and do like the chemicals, or he would do like the color and the relaxers and stuff like that. But I might shampoo and blow dry. And I'm learning different techniques from him, and I'm watching him do things. I'm his apprentice. But guess what? He still pays me. He still paid me. Okay? Was I getting the big bucks that he was getting? No, because these are his clients and they're paying him. But he's paying me and they give me tips. I could not foresee spending 30 hours a week doing this with him and getting nothing, and then having to go and work another job and still go to school to get my license. No, that's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. And asking that of anybody is stupid. And if you would ask that of my child, I would tell my child that is stupid. I just, that is stupid. It really is. Okay, so Bowman is saying, if you can become an electrician, why not take the apprenticeship? I'm not saying don't take the apprenticeship. I'm saying explain to me what the hell a pre-apprenticeship is. And also explain to me where, if you being an apprentice, give like, okay, yeah, you're going to be an electrician, but to be an apprentice, instead of just going to go actually go to school for it or take courses or whatever, you're willing to take less money to learn from this person. I don't know. If it makes sense to y'all, please put it in the comment section, because this is where the conversation becomes a conversation, because I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding this. Bowman is also saying you might have to get a kid who's wet behind the ears, who lives with their parent, where it won't hurt them. But again, how is my time? How is you paying me less for my time not hurting me? I don't get that. You're still getting something out of me. I'm still helping. I'm still working. I'm still like that's not making me want to work harder. If especially if I know you're paying me less. I don't know. Explain it. Bowman says, pre-apprentice should be something they offer young kids getting out of high school who need to decide what they want to do with their life. Isn't that college? Young kids getting out of high school, trying to decide what they want to do with their life. That's college. That's tech courses. That's like, explain, because that don't make sense. It's you help me out. Whenever Florida does something, I immediately start looking for the nefariousness in it. I don't care who it is. I don't care what's going on. Look, let me tell you something. If 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 Florida is doing something, then yeah, I'm automatically a little worried about it, right? And yes, this is a real word. Nefariousness is a real word. I just made that one up too. Because on paper this sounds like an opportunity, but when you really sit with it, it starts to feel like a setup. One because okay, because look, there's no as an apprentice, if I'm your apprentice for this time, because Bowman is saying, no, with college, it involves money, meaning you have to pay money for the education or you have to pay money to learn it. And I get it. As an apprentice, you're working with somebody and you're learning on the job as you're helping them, and then they're giving you money. So whatever they give you should be great comparative to going to college and having to pay for it, right? But see, this is the thing with college. Exactly, like, the school that you're going to, the curriculum, that what they're teaching you is going to make sure that you can pass whatever tests you need or qualifications that you need, right? But that's not necessarily the same if you are an apprentice, right? Because that's based upon how good that person is, right? Like if you're a welder and you become an apprentice with somebody who thinks they're a great welder, but they weld for shit. Yeah, they paid you, but you learned bad information and now you still have to go relearn that. Or better yet, what if they do all of this and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you a little bit, but you're gonna do all this hard work for me learning all of this for me to hire you later and pay you a real price for everything that I just taught you. And I know that you know how to do this because I taught it to you. But then when it comes time to hire you, oh, I don't have room to hire you because I don't want to pay you more for the work that I see that you do, right? But I send you out into the world, and guess what? Nobody else is going to take you because they don't necessarily believe or trust, or you don't have any way to prove that you have this knowledge because they're not giving you a chance to do on the job work or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't trust this. I just don't trust this. Bowman is going in on this comment section. Let's see. He says, you can't just up and say, I changed my mind. Let me keep changing majors. It doesn't work like that. Somebody has to fit that bill. I don't understand what I said that goes with that, but okay. In economics class, the first thing you'll learn is there's no thing as free lunch. Okay. I understand. I'm not saying it should be free. I'm saying that it should, like, y'all already are going to pay an intern less. Now you're saying we want to pay you less. That's what this is saying. Like, they already don't pay the interns the price that the entry level position is getting paid, or the price that management is getting paid, or of course the price that upper management is getting paid, right? That's why you're an intern, right? Now they're saying, we want you to just sign a waiver that says, I'll even get paid less than that. I don't see how that's okay or fair. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing that point, but okay. In the article they say they worry that this could undermine the pay of skilled workers, and this is exactly where my mind went to, because let's think about how businesses actually operate. What happens when companies start saying, why are we paying skilled workers $20 to $30 an hour when we can hire pre-apprentices for half the price? Now you lay off the experienced workers, bring in cheaper learners, and then expect skilled workers to train the people replacing them. That doesn't feel like an opportunity either. That feels like cost cutting. And we already have a huge issue with underpaid internships in this country. Interns were designed for a time when students were living at home, supported by their parents, and just getting exposure to a career. That's not the reality anymore. These are adults with rent, car notes, groceries, and student loans. This bill allows programs to last up to 252 days. That's basically 9 months of experience pay in 2026. It just doesn't feel realistic, Bo. It feels like a kick in the teeth. It does. It don't feel realistic to me. So, but hey, if it works for you, then do what you do. Eh, I don't know. I don't know if I would allow my kid or tell my kid I think it's a good idea to do that. Maybe I'll talk to Stoner about these tomorrow and see what Stoner says. Cause y'all know I love his perspective. All right. Now this bill right here, this one is interesting, okay? Cuz Colorado be on the forefront of a lot of stuff. Like Colorado said we already done legalize cannabis. Let's just go ahead and legalize the oldest profession in the world. Like, let's just go ahead. Well, not legalize. Colorado lawmakers have introduced a bill that would decriminalize prostitution between consenting adults statewide. The proposal would remove criminal penalties for prostitution, soliciting, patronizing a prostitute, and keeping a place of prostitution, like a brothel. It would also stop cities and counties from creating their own local laws banning it. If passed, Colorado would become the first state in the country to fully remove criminal penalties for prostitution between consenting adults. Supporters of the bill say the goal is to improve safety for sex workers. They argue that criminalization makes workers less likely to report crimes, seek medical care, or cooperate with police because they fear of being arrested themselves. Laws against pimping, coercion, and human trafficking would still remain in place, and paying for sex with minors would still be illegal. Opponents, however, argue that this would normalize the sex trade and potentially increase human trafficking and community safety concerns. I'm starting to believe that lawmakers just don't want any competition. Message. I think y'all too busy doing y'all own freaky deaky sneaky shit. And y'all don't run the regular everyday Joe Schmo to get his blow off. And I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's cool that y'all could just go off and play reindeer games. And when the general public want to play reindeer games, all of a sudden it's against the law. Like, why is sodomy against the law? Explain that to me. Why is what I do in my bedroom with my thing and his chocolate star or her chocolate star, or however y'all doing what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? How is that the government's business? Why is that a law? Huh? And if sodomy is against the law, why ain't more people in jail for it? Cause who put it on the books for what? Who got mad at something? And I already know what y'all gonna say. Here goes Sunshine being liberal as hell again. And it ain't even that I'm being liberal. It's just leave people alone to do what they do, how they do what they do. Just stop judging. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't hurting, don't stop it. I don't know. I don't care what you do with your body. That's my position. The law should be against you doing something to somebody else's body. Clip that. The laws should not be against what you do with or to your own body. I don't believe that. If just like I don't think that suicide should be against the law. Because honestly, if you tried to do it and you didn't succeed, do I really need the law to make me feel worse about that? Like, now I really wish I would have did what I tried to do, right? feel like if that's what you're doing, I'm not a proponent of it. I'm totally against it. And I will say this, if something ever happens and they say that Sunshine went into a forest in Marietta and put a rope around her neck and was swinging from a tree, it absolutely was the Klan and not Sunshine. I'm telling you right now, I would never. Okay. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, because you're not going to tell me that boy. Okay. I'm sorry. Anyways, my biggest thing is, as long as nobody else gets hurt or have to clean up because of what you doing. Hey, again, I'm not saying to do it. I'm not a proponent of it, but I am saying that people go through things that is not things that I have had to go through, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, and who am I to tell you what to do or where your relief or whatever else. I'm just here to tell you, really think about this shit. Because it's going to be somebody that missed you. Because I still miss Robin Williams. Okay? But I don't think it should be a law that you get in trouble for trying to do it. Do I think you should have to go to the hospital and you need a 5150? Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't pass go. You absolutely. Do I think that you should be punished and put in jail? Absolutely not. I don't. Same thing with prostitution. Who am I to stop you from giving you $1 or $2 to do what the fuck y'all just did? Be perfectly honest with you, I know a lot of people who think y'all crazy for doing it for free. So I don't think there should be a law that stops two consenting adults from doing whatever it is they want to do. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be real honest, right? Right? Let's be honest. If you pay me and you put a camera up, it's no longer prostitution. It's porn. I'm just saying. Like, y'all should, you know what I mean? Like, and then this is the other part. Y'all demonize prostitution because you automatically look at it as a woman giving away coochie. But there's a lot of gay for pay out there. There's a lot of that going on out there. It's a lot of y'all men out there that's willing to for $1 or $2. Let's not act like that, okay? So from a worker standpoint, I can understand the desire for anonymity and not wanting certain information tied to your identity out of fear of judgment, retaliation, or legal consequences. Removing criminal penalties could make the industry safer for people who are already participating in it anyway. And when you really sit with the idea, what's the difference between prostitution and porn? Like I said, what's the difference? It's just the camera in the room or not. That's the only difference. When I first read this headline, I really laughed because it sounded a lot like clickbait. But the more and more I thought about it logically, the more it started to make sense from a safety and a reality point. Because y'all niggas is freaked out. Y'all freaked out right now. All of y'all. Sex is everywhere. You got songs. Sex is on my mind. I want to love you down if you let me. You got all these songs talking about give me $1 to make you holler. And you got to pay to play. But in real life, you putting people in jail for it. That don't make no sense. You sending out mixed signals. Fix that shit. Bowman said, over 90% of Hollywood is gay for pay. And you know what? Now that you say that, they are. I mean, think about it. If you a man and you dress up as a woman for a movie role, You gay for pay, or you trans for pay. If you are a straight man and you play a gay man in a movie, that's gay for pay. That's gay for pay. You're right, Bo. Hollywood is gay for pay. I never thought about it like that, but you're absolutely right. And that is so funny. Allow the freaks, but please keep away the incel creeps. Yes. And I agree. Under the bill, you still can't be a pimp. Which I absolutely agree with anyway, because you got to be dumb as fuck to let me do all the work, do all the hard work, and I'm going to give you the money for you to give me some money back. I ain't never understood them transactions or how that worked. Well, wait a minute. Cause see, I have worked commission as a hairstylist where I did all the work and I took the money and gave all the money to the owner of the salon, and then they paid me a percentage back. I was getting prostituted. Goddamn. Wow. The revelations that we have on this show, clip that. The revelations, y'all. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. I am Sunshine Reigns, and we are going to a quick commercial break, right? But when we get back from this commercial break and some of this music, we will be talking about some more politics and stuff, okay? Coming up next, we are about to talk about Uncle Luke. I am so proud of him, okay? Like, how do you go from pop that pussy, come on, like, how do you go from Uncle Luke to Senator Luke, or to Congress person Luke, or Representative Luke? How? We're going to talk about that. I absolutely love this. This is All Hustle, No Fear. But before we go into our little breaky break, here's a midweek treat for you. You know, it's Wednesday, and so on Wednesday, you like to get poked because it's hump day. Yeah. No, okay. It go together. It makes sense. It's hump day, so you should get poked at Studio 219. That's right. You can swing by today between 12 and 7:30, and you can get $10 basic piercings, $20 exotic piercings, and $30 adult piercings. You know what that means? This up in here, this is basic. You basic. I got basic piercings. I don't have nothing past the neck, right? But then if you get a little spicy with it, you might get a little, you know what I'm saying? This is a little adult. You know what I'm saying? This is a little adult. And then if you really bout that life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you doing movies and pictures and videos and you get paid for them, or you're just doing it for fun, you can do something down there. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all check out Studio 219 and tell them that All Hustle, No Fear sent you. Ask for Nate. Tell Nate that Sunshine said, tell you the story about when he did these tattoos on me and what my dog did. It's a long story. No, it's not. It's really short, but I'd rather Nate tell you. I'm not telling you. All right. You can also follow 219 on Instagram at Studio 219 Inc. All right. If you are a business owner and you're looking to get your brand in front of a real engaged audience, it might be time to sponsor All Hustle, No Fear. We offer affordable sponsorship opportunities that include on-air promotion and social media visibility across all of our platforms. Right now, sponsorships start at just $130 a month. It's really cheap, you guys. Like, introductory tape, okay? Making it easy for local brands, creatives, and entrepreneurs to stay visible and consistent. If you're ready to promote smarter, not harder, visit allhustlenofear.com for more information, or you can DM us at allhustlenofear on Instagram to get started, okay? We're going to go ahead and go to this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Are you in need of some tattoo therapy? Visit Studio 219 for your next tattoo or piercing. Studio 219 is located at 1900 Piedmont Road in Atlanta. just 1 mile from the Lindbergh train station. Studio 219 is open Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and closed every Sunday. Book your appointment today by visiting www.studio219ink.com. That's studio219inc.com. Make sure to follow 219 on Instagram for promotions and specials at Studio 219ink. Studio 219. Let us fix your creative itch.
Every day is a new choice. We make our beds and we lie in them. Who do you want to lay down with? Choose wisely.
Met you on Friday, picked you up on Saturday. Sunday night you calling me over and over and over again, telling me that you're ready to rock me steady, rock steady. I got you so addicted, I should've never let you taste my love, my love. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. Still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Take it from me, from me, from me. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me, from me, from me. Gonna be hard. Take it from me, from me, from me. Oh. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. And still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to wait. Take it from me, take it from me, baby. Take it from me, take it from me, take it from me, baby. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Don't wanna leave me alone. From me, from me. Take it from me, from me, from me. Oh.
Hey hustlers, ready to level up your wardrobe? Check out All Hustle, No Fear, the brand that keeps your grind strong and fearless. From our stylish hoodies to trendy t-shirts to our motivational mugs, we've got you covered. And for a limited time only, grab your exclusive Jesus Drugs Only hoodies.
Weed is good all the time, and all the time weed is good. Hashtag A-Gram.
Don't wait. Visit allhustlenofear.com and gear up today. Show the world you hustle hard and fear nothing. All Hustle, No Fear. Wear your ambition. Shop now at www.allhustlenofear.com. Pop that coochie! Pop that coochie! Y'all, I love this. When I saw this, I immediately said, I've got to do a story about this. There's no way. Uncle Luke has announced that he is going to run for Congress in Florida. When I tell you, it's never on my bingo card what Florida is going to do, but Florida is always on my bingo card. I never know what it like. Florida is the free space on bingo card. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen on that Florida bingo card. It right motherfucking there on that free space every time. Okay. So Florida politics just got a little bit louder and a little more Miami. Uncle Luke Campbell, rapper, music executive, youth football coach, and longtime community activist, has officially announced he is running for Congress in Florida's 20th congressional district. He made the announcement during a TV appearance and says that he wants to take his decades of community work to Washington with a focus on job creation, affordable housing, and investing in youth programs. And if you know Uncle Luke's history, stepping into politics isn't random. It just isn't. I love seeing our elder rappers age gracefully into their manhood and become pillars in their communities, trying to create change, trying to be a voice. This actually feels very on brand for Uncle Luke because speaking in front of Congress is not new to him. If you know, or if you don't know, Uncle Luke famously fought for freedom of speech freedom of speech in music back in the 90s when 2 Live Crew was being labeled obscene. That fight helped shape the reason we now have explicit content advisory labels on music today. And honestly, you could really say Uncle Luke is the reason why we got my coochie hole pink and my booty hole brown. Because, I mean, it was going to get there eventually because Uncle Luke was nasty. He was nasty. Uncle Luke was nasty. Okay. So the idea of him moving from fighting for speech to running for office, it makes sense. Now, I don't know yet what his full campaign platform is going to look like, but this is definitely something to watch. We're going to keep an eye on this race and see what keeps happening moving forward. And you know what? I would really love it if Uncle Luke brought that Eric Mays energy to Congress. Like, we need somebody that is going to just like get in their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would really just make me just cheese. You know what I mean? On a random side note, okay, so they were talking about Liberty City in the article where he was in Liberty City when he gave the speech or whatever. And I thought Liberty City was just a made up video game place. I didn't know Liberty City was like a real place. I didn't know it was really in Florida. And that makes sense. And is there not like a Mechanicsville in GTA? Because that would make sense. Like, I don't play video games, so I need to know, is there an Atlanta in GTA? Because forget y'all. Whatever. Whatever. We got comments. Let me go to this comment section. Bowman, you is working overtime today, and I'm loving this for us because you said, you know what, I'm gonna come in, and if nobody else got nothing to say, I got something to say today, and I love you for this. Okay, if it's just a me and you conversation, if this is just an A and B conversation, and they got to see their ass out of it, y'all need to see y'all way into this conversation. Don't see your ass out. I want you to come into the conversation. It don't have to just be me and Bowman, but the fact that he is carrying this for y'all need to go ahead and go to the store and go get him some snacks. He deserves some chips. Okay. Let's see. Right, Bowman. Mr. Doodle Brown himself. Mr. Doodle Brown himself is running for Congress. Like, never, not on my bingo card. It's just not on my bingo card. Like, millennials really have gone through a lot. Like, we really have seen a lot in our lifetime that is just, we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, Jerry Springer was in Congress, so I mean, should we be surprised? what's his name? Ventura. He was a damn governor, wasn't he? And he was a wrestler. Hell, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like I don't think we're surprised anymore. I don't think we're surprised anymore, but good God doggone it. Uncle Luke, hey, I'm all for it. Let's see. Last time I played that game was in 96. Hey, good growing up, okay? Cuz I forgot to turn. Hey Bowman, since you're here and you've been just doing a wonderful job and been here the whole time, can you let me know when I was playing the background music, which I'm about to turn back on now? Can you hear it? Is it loud enough to hear it? I don't want it to overtake. But I was told by I almost got a spanking over 2 Live Crew in the 80s. Little known fact or just a little tidbit about Kales. Why was my mouth about to do all of that? I apologize, Kales. One thing about my friend Kales, if you don't know, then you should know because it's like a good little trivia fact about her. Kales used to want to be a Uncle Luke dancer when she was in high school. Like that, she wanted to grow up, go to Florida, be an Uncle Luke dancer, and it makes tons of sense for Kales. So yeah. Let's see. 1-1. We were having some fun in the bedroom all day after the night. What? What are you talking about? Huh? But you can hear it. What? I think you missed something, Bowman, because I did. What you talking about? I missed that. Okay. Anyways, we're going back to the conversation. Clip that. We're gonna start here with this one. Bowman, I don't want no shit out of you with this conversation. I'm a preface with this one. But look, y'all, when you see something, you have to believe a person. And we have watched Project 2025 become 90% complete. When you see somebody is saying something, you need to believe it. The new federal push could require proof of citizenship to vote. Now, I have people very close to me who I love dearly who have their head in the sand and who are saying that this isn't going to happen. It's not possible or whatever. Like, that's not what's going to, whatever. And they also never thought that it would be possible that people would be put on trains and taken to ovens. But here's history. A new national debate is growing over a voting access after a renewed attention on the SAFE Act. It's the Safeguard Americans Voter Eligibility Act. The proposal would require Americans to provide documentary proof of U.S. citizenship in order to register to vote in federal elections. Now, I've had people tell me that this isn't going to happen because you need ID to vote already. Like, you got to be registered to vote and you need ID to vote already. So this isn't gonna, this isn't gonna pass. It's unnecessary. And that's what they're hoping you believe. Like, they're hoping you think that, well, if you don't have an ID, then you shouldn't be able to vote because that means you're not a citizen anyway. So if you have to have another form of ID, you should have that. But see, this is where the problem lies. There's a such thing as, oh God, how do you say it? Where you're not supposed to be a poll tax. There's a such thing as poll tax. let me just get into this as I wrote it before I just, So that means that documents like a passport or a birth certificate or naturalization papers would be required when registering or updating voter registration. Supporters of the SAVE Act say that the goal is to strengthen election integrity and ensure that only U.S. citizens are voting in federal elections. But critics say that the proposal could make it significantly harder for millions of eligible Americans to register and vote, especially people whose legal documents don't perfectly match their current names. According to research cited by voting rights advocates, tens of millions of Americans do not have easy access to proof of citizenship documents. Birth certificates can be lost. Passports cost money, which means that's a poll tax. And replacement documents take time. Okay, not to mention, we have things like people who have gotten married. I am married. My maiden name does not match my license. My maiden name is what's on my birth certificate. So if I have to show proof of identity, my birth certificate isn't necessarily showing proof of identity, is it? Because there's no picture of me on my birth certificate. My birth certificate is proof of a birth, of someone's birth. Now, if we're going to go and say, well, then we should use our fingerprint because your fingerprints are on your birth certificate. Well, now we're going into something different here now, huh? Because now we have to have a database of fingerprints and updated fingerprints and stuff, right? Okay, so now my birth certificate does not match my license. Okay, so what can I get that will match my license? Okay, well, then I have to go get a passport. I have to go get a passport. But you got to make sure you get that passport before it's time to vote, because it took 8 months for my passport to come in. It really did. It took about 6. It took about 6 months for my passport to come in. Okay, so you might not, because y'all barely make it to vote. You probably aren't going to get your passport in time to vote for the general election. And then if a whole bunch of people are trying to do it at one time, we already know this government ain't set up to do nothing accurately. Okay. What if you were adopted? You're adopted. You don't have a birth certificate, or at least not the original birth certificate, right? You only have your adoption papers. Does that count? Or we're going to have an issue there. What about people like Meta World Peace? You know, it's different when you look at it as if you are a male who does not have to change his name. But when you're looking at it as a person who possibly had to change their name because of societal norms, this don't necessarily sound right to you. Now, me, personally, I already have my passport, and it's on my bingo card to get my kids their passport. Because I didn't get my passport until I was 33, 34, 35, 37, about around 37. I got my passport when I was around 37, because it's almost been 10 years, because I want to keep up with it so I can renew it when it's time to renew it so I don't lose it. And also, y'all need to go check, because people are finding out that they're doing dumb shit, like they are going to Homeland Security and saying that people's passports are lost or stolen, and they're doing it anonymously, and then people's passports are getting flagged, and you can't get out of the country or into the country or whatever else. That's the new bullshit that's going on. But anyways, I see this as another way to prevent people from exercising their right to have a voice. And my question is, if this is really a democracy the way that you say it is, why do you not want people to have a voice? If women are equal or even if you don't think women are equal to men, because I know a couple people who don't think women are equal to men, and you can tell by the way they talk. But anyways, why are you so afraid of women having a voice, being able to vote? And for the people who don't think that this is going to happen, do you have your passport? Do you want to vote? Are you expecting to vote? Because what you going to do when they say you can't? Because my voice will count and yours won't. And last but not least, millennial women. Are y'all hearing the dog whistle? Are you hearing how we have to change up? Are you hearing the new thing that we're going to have to teach our daughters? See, our mothers taught us, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Our mothers taught us, always have a little safekeeping, a little bit of money put away for yourself that don't nobody know about, just in case things go left. Our mothers taught us, always have your own job, because you don't want to have to ask your man for money for pads and tampons. I will teach my daughter, do not change your name when you get married. You continue your legacy under the name that you were brought into this world as. Because at this point, taking a man's name does nothing. It's what does that do? Tell me what you're getting out of it. You can be married and still be your maiden name. And if it's not that big of a deal, fellas, take our name. You change your name. But y'all don't want to do that. So, yeah. Right. It don't matter the side. It's rich men pulling strings. You are absolutely right, Bowman. You are absolutely right. And Bowman said, I need to get my passport. And you better. It's $250. It's a pair of fucking Jordans, y'all. It ain't expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, it ain't that expensive. Go get your passport, man. For real. Because the next thing is going to be like the Hunger Games. And we not going to be able to leave our divisions. You think I'm lying. But they already working on stuff like that over in the UK. Where they saying that your license or your ID or whatever allows you to move through certain places in the city. Well, what you mean? So where does it not allow me to move to? You know what I'm saying? Where can I not go? Taking a man's name shows gratitude, and it shows that you're ready to be led. How? That's some patriarchy mental bullshit. Cause how does me changing my name with the government say that I'm willing to be led by you? And gratitude? The fuck? What? Bowman? You Let me look at the time. Hold on. Young voters registering for the first time could face hurdles if they haven't already had their passports or certified documents. Low-income Americans could disproportionately be affected because obtaining or replacing these documents costs money and time. Not to mention, you got folks in the bayou that vote who ain't never left their zip code. People who ain't never left their city, and now they got to have a passport. It ain't gonna happen. Critics say that this is part of a broader trend of stricter voting rules that could make participation harder, even for eligible voters. Now, every time you go vote, you hear someone say your ancestors fought for your right to do this. So many people watching, new voting requirements being proposed feels deeply personal and deeply emotional, because this conversation isn't just about politics. It's about history, identity, and access. It isn't just about black voters. It affects women voters. It affects white women voters. It affects students, seniors, and working families. And for many people, it raises a bigger question. Why does voting always feel like something that has to be fought for instead of something that's protected? For families, this conversation is happening at home right now. Parents and children realizing that voting rights are not just inherited, they have to be protected and preserved. For many people, it's a reminder to prepare and to stay informed and to make sure your families have access and documentation to what they need to make sure their voices are heard. So, as parents, if we are sitting up here pushing that we want our kids to be stewards of their community and we want them to vote, you need to get your kids their passport. And I'm just saying that I am not above saying I fucking told you so when it go down. This is your warning to anybody in my life who think I am humble and I will not be like, I told y'all that was going to happen. I literally told you this was going to happen. I told you so. If you think I'm going to just sit there and eat crow and not say nothing, no, I'm going to wear my I voted sticker. I'm going to call you and ask you, do you have yours? And when you tell me that they turned you around because you didn't have enough identification and that your birth certificate didn't match your last name, I'm going to look you dead in your face and say, I told you so. Let's just hope this don't pass. But I promise you, I will say I told you so. Oh, God. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know that. Speaking of Congress and stupid ass laws and people trying to do stuff that we already did all of this. Why are we going back to some stuff we already fixed? Right? Bowman, stop laughing at me. A proposed law would require cognitive tests for older members of Congress in a proposed Washington. My tongue, my lips, my teeth, they not working together. A proposal in Washington recently sparked a major conversation about age, power, and accountability in government. After a lawmaker suggested requiring cognitive fitness testing for members of Congress, kind of like the ones that they are secretly having for your. The idea was introduced after a growing number of public concern about the age of American leadership. When the current Congress began its term, nearly 120 members were aged 70 or older, making this one of the oldest political groups. It's missing a word there, and I couldn't think of it right now. The proposed law would require cognitive tests for older members of Congress. Wait, oh, that's what happened. My thing wrote over itself. Yep. And it started. Yep. Supporters of the oldest political classes in U.S. history. That's what it was supposed to say. Supporters of the proposal compared the idea to a vision test required to renew a driver's license, arguing that the people steering the country should be mentally fit to do the job. The proposal ultimately failed to move forward, showing just how uncomfortable lawmakers are with the conversation. But the debate itself isn't going away because let's think about it. I don't think I would want to vote on losing my job either. I don't think I would want to choose to oust myself. Okay? Sometimes I wonder if age discrimination laws were a way of securing their future and making sure that they could stay in their seats as long as possible. Y'all ever thought about that? Y'all ever thought that the AARP was specifically just put around to make sure that a certain group of people who knew that their time was going to come up decided to say, we not going to give up nothing? Because that's all the AARP is. It's just a lobbyist group to lobby for elder rights. The same way, it's like tenure. I hate tenure. I hate the idea that you can't lose your job because of how long you've been there or how old you are. No, you shouldn't be able to just go off and become old man, old Professor John, he's a little crazy and he's a little weird at what he does and nobody can understand what he's talking about. He's a little cuckoo. His classes are kind of weird, but he's been here since 1963 and he's got tenure. He's a great professor. You learn so much from him. No, the fuck you're not. What? He's still calling astronauts cosmonauts. Like, that program's not even around anymore. You know what I mean? Experience matters, yes. Wisdom matters, of course. But everyone has a peak. And then there's a decline. Okay? There's a decline. For context, Jesus. You know what, Bowman? I'm blaming you because I am stuttering bad. Okay? I am stuttering. Okay? Okay. So, for context, sliced bread was invented in 1928. Okay? 1928, sliced bread was invented. There are some members of Congress that are literally older than sliced bread. Or were born around the same time. At some point, we have to be real about what leadership requires. When members of Congress are falling asleep, not because they're bored, but because it's their nap time and staying awake for too long for long stretches becomes difficult, we have to start asking hard questions. Okay? Not to mention, did y'all remember that story I told you about the Congress lady who was in a nursing home and she was still voting? She was in a nursing home for dementia and she was still voting. We already have minimum age requirements to serve in office. So you have to be a certain age to get in, right? You got to be 25 to join the House, 30 to join the Senate, and 35 to become president. So if there's a minimum age to get in, why isn't there a conversation about a maximum age to step aside? At a certain point, you're no longer making decisions about the future you're part of. You're not even going to be a part of this future. Why should you keep making decisions about what happens in it? Clip that. Clip that, because that's the real thing right there. Many of the decisions being made today need to reflect the world as it exists right now, not the world as it used to be or the world that people imagined it was going to be decades ago. And that's why this debate keeps coming back, because Americans, millennials, are starting to question what feels uncomfortable and inevitable. How old is too old to run our country? Like, how old is too old? Classes in U.S. history, supporters of the proposal compared the idea to the and that's what it. Anyways, yeah, what I just said. Yep. Bowman says, I don't like the seniority thing either. Yeah, I don't like the Supreme Court. I don't like the Supreme Court. There is no reason why Thurgood Marshall should still be sitting there like this with his old. I need somebody from the Boondocks to tell me if Uncle Ruckus was drawn with the likeness of Thurgood Marshall, because I've always believed that. Clip that. I've always believed that Uncle Ruckus looks like Thurgood Marshall to me. He just gives Thurgood. I don't know why, but I believe that. And I need somebody to tell me if that is true. Bowman says 70 plus is too old. After 70, you should be done. And I'll give you that. Yeah. Cause like some of them, or it's not even that it's too old. It's just that I want you to take the test. I want you to take that test, because you have people like Maxine Waters, she's smart. She's got it. She's smart as a whip. I mean, she still seems to have it together, at least what I've seen. You know what I mean? But then you've got what's the Speaker of the House who just had to be walked out, and he done fell 5 or 6 times, and his heart monitor be going off and stuff. Yeah, we look. No. At some point, you need to just become an advisor. You know what I mean? You advise the next people coming in. But I don't think y'all should keep doing the job, especially if y'all not gonna be a part of the country that you trying to make laws for. If the laws are gonna last longer than you gonna be on the planet, like you messing with some shit. And I know what y'all about to say. Well, the Constitution is still in place, and they're long and gone, and they're long and dead. Yeah, but look at how we're fucking that up. 41 to 65 should be the start and end of running for anything. I don't know. 35 might be okay. You might have some good ideas coming out of a little young thing. But I definitely agree. You need to be, you don't need to be in your 20. Your frontal lobe ain't developed at 20. But we've got mayors that are 18. So how does this make sense? We do have mayors that are 18. Okay. So, there's that. All right, we got another break real quick that we're going to come up with, and then we're going to get this show out because we've got another show coming up. But I need y'all to check out Queen and Slim's Chicken. Today, my mouth ain't right. This is hilarious. I'm going to go back and rewatch this and just really laugh at how my mouth ain't said not a word right today. Okay. I get paid to do this. I got to do it right. So y'all just gonna have to hold on. Here we go. All right, y'all. As we slide into this break, remember to check out Queen and Slim's Kitchen at their next event. Mention All Hustle, No Fear, and you'll get 30% off your next order. Their rice bowls be busting, okay? Follow them to find out where their next event is on Instagram at Queen and Slim's Kitchen. All right? Now, if you got music, clean or dirty, we take them both. Submit now at allhustlenofear.com and tap into radio, streaming, and social media promotion. Plus our $30 1-month promo special is live right now. Visit allhustlenofear.com for more information. All right. Play you guys some music, and then when we get back, we've got some motivation. And I'm gonna leave y'all like, I know I motivated you at the beginning, but I got a little word. That was a download. That was completely different. I got a little word of motivation for y'all today. Okay. So just stay tuned. We coming back with that next. All right. Here's some music. I have been singing this song all freaking week. I need to learn the words because I don't know the words, but woo, something about this song is hitting me, and I am loving it. Here we go. Here is Weani with To the Moon.
We can stay in Harlem or be bougie in Manhattan. Go to Magic Johnson's or just see whatever happens. I'm a simple girl, I don't need anything. Rain or shine, I don't mind. Like Sinatra, baby, fly me to the moon. Take my heart into a rocket and just shoot it, baby. to the moon. We can watch the sun drop, we can run the arcades, barefoot on the boardwalk, making out the whole way. It ain't no pressure, babe, I don't need anything. Rain or shine, I don't mind. Like Sinatra, baby, fly me to the moon. Take my heart into a rocket and just shoot it, baby, straight into the blue. Hey, I don't need no wings, 'cause tonight it's on you, baby, fly me to the moon. Hey, hey, baby, fly me to the moon. Hey, get me in stardust, don't care if they saw us, no, they ain't above us. Thought I was tripping in the stratosphere, I didn't know I could go up from here. Baby, fly me to the moon. Take my heart into a rocket and just shoot it, baby, straight into the blue. Hey, yeah, baby, fly me to the moon. Hey, hey, oh yeah.
Song. Fly me to the moon. Oh, I love it. I just got to learn the words. I love Wiani. I am in love with her. She's got an amazing voice. And I think what's so dope about her is that her talking voice, when she talks, she sounds like this. She sounds like this when she talks. But when she sings, she sounds like this. Like, it's so cool. Clip that. Anyways, it's time for a little motivation to carry you through your day. So let's just inspire somebody real quick, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but outgrowing people, places, and patterns is not betrayal. It's evolution. Baby, you were never meant to stay in that box. You were never meant to stay in that zip code. You were never meant to stay in that friend group. You were never meant to stay in that relationship. You were never meant to stay on that continent. You were never meant to stay in that mindset. Did I talk to you? Was I talking to you just now? Because you weren't. You were never meant to stay there. You were always meant to grow. You were always meant to evolve. You were always meant to blossom. You were always meant to move into new spaces. So do not feel guilty. Do not feel bad. Do not hang on to the past, because hanging on to the past is not having any faith in the future. Message. See, yeah, woo! I don't know who this is for, but I need you to understand something. The decisions that you made for your life to move forward, you've got to accept those decisions. And you have got to move into that. And sometimes that means that you are going to be in new spaces, around new faces, trying new cases. Okay? It's okay to move on and fill your hands with new things. But to do that, you've got to let go of the old. All right? It's not a betrayal. It's not a betrayal. It's a homage. If it wasn't for what I went through here, I wouldn't be able to blossom the way I'm about to blossom here. I am showing you so much respect for what you did to me, how you got me here. Okay? You don't have to project negative or positive or any kind of emotions. It's just the past. It has no more emotion left. It's history. Go forward and be great. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. This is all hustle, no fear. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me make sure I'm doing everything I got to do right. Let me do everything right. This is all hustle, no fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. As we get ready to pull up here tomorrow, make sure you come through because we got Stoner Brown in the building. You already know the energy going to be different. We're going to be talking about Jesse Jackson. I want to see how he feel about Jesse Jackson because there's so many rumors about what Jesse did or did not do, or, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Martin and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk to him about Jesse. And I got a couple other things we're going to talk about. Plus, we've got a couple of stories too. British Airways crew ended up hospitalized after a passenger gifted them with 30 milligram weed gummies. Knocked them out. New Jersey just legalized magic mushroom therapy, and right here in Metro Atlanta, breweries are pivoting from alcohol to THC-infused drinks. Yeah, we're talking weed, mushrooms, legacy, politics, culture, all of that, all in one show. It's going to be one of those mornings, all right? So you make sure you stay locked into All Hustle, No Fear. Don't miss it. And remember, I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.
Sky People Chief coming peace, love, and I'm just trying to see where you going with that on. You got cute for me.
Looking like my baby. I don't come in here unless they pay me. I've been here all night, I'm feeling wavy, but they closing down like the Gallery Road Macy's. Where we finna go, though? We can hit the town to take some photos. Girl, I got the smoke, but can you roll, though? You know I thought about you jumping on this pole. Go somewhere with all that over there you got. Running on my spot, do you running there a lot? Ran into a Roddy Rich, I'm good with the box. It'll be a remix, non-stop. Let it rock.
La la.
Bringing back Jet magazines, ain't it? Beauty of the week indeed, that's a queen, ain't it? And she throw back on the smoke. I asked what it is, she said the presidential shit, not that tangerine, ain't it? She said, boy, stop. You thought it, you tried it. I said, yeah, whatever, if you sold it, I'd buy it. Windows to your soul, girl, I love the way your eyes get. When I look into them, I fall in a pool of violence. That's just what it's like, I got a jet that you can pilot. When we see each other, always frequent fly mileage. It's always a laugh, she be like, boy, why you so childish? Because the internet, she said, jet be quiet. You know I'm a fool, Barrymore, I'm a riot. Like God is to a like God, I'm a lion. You can't make you, we ain't been the best diet. You know what it is, me and Slim, we just vibing.
tell.
Get up.
DJ tell it tell.
Get up.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Throw that ass in the circle. Throw that ass in the circle. Go best friend, 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 go best friend.